you thanks for the small things, but expect so many big things. So God, I thank you.
Who has your back when things get tough? Who has your back when life gets rough? God, knowing that God gave his son for us, the least we can do is be good.
What's going on, B&T Vlogs? Stronger together.
Hey, y'all. What you got going on tonight?
I got a lot going on. I got the game going on. I got everything going on. I got conversation going on. But anyway, y'all, look, this video is about boundaries, right? So I feel like we want to talk about boundaries with other people, right? This is the first video. It's going to be like a two-part video. Because some people don't have boundaries at all. You know, that's why like people need to have boundaries. Because some people like, boundaries? What are you talking about? So I feel like when it comes to boundaries, I mean, you can have boundaries when it comes to your individuality, meaning that you can't let people walk all over you. You gotta have like, it's sort of like standards, in my opinion. Like, and you can't let people, like, for example, talk to you any kind of way, or if you at work, people just using you at work, like just being rude, or in life at work, or in life, or something like that, you know. And then when you get married, I feel like that's a whole nother set of boundaries, to where, you know, you're gonna have some people that may try to disrespect you when it comes to your marriage, or disrespect your spouse, or they may try to collectively disrespect you and use you. Like, it's like so many things that, to where, that's why I was like, I feel like it need to be like a two-part video, because the first part, like now, it can be like about individual boundaries, and then you got marital boundaries, because people don't have them. I feel like even when we got together, we've only been married. This is our first marriage. So when we first got together, we didn't have. I don't think we had marital boundaries. We knew that we didn't want nobody to disrespect us, but I'm gonna say me. I didn't want nobody to disrespect me, but that still was the individual boundary. I didn't know, like, okay, you're gonna have people like trying to use y'all, because they're gonna go. My family might try to use both of us to get something, or your side, but and then it's considered a marital boundary then, you know. Or you might, somebody that you may know might try to hit on you or try to talk to you, knowing you married. Boundaries, like, don't do that. You know what I mean? But
I do, and it's crazy because I've had a class that, and one of our books was on boundaries. And when I read that book, I realized that I had a lot of boundaries, but I allowed other people for so long to cross those boundaries. Like, and I didn't say anything until it was like affecting me emotionally. I didn't try to address it like, hey, you shouldn't do this. This is how I feel. I don't want this to happen, so this is not going to happen. So I think that it's so very important that you have boundaries in your life, with your family, with your friends, with your spouse, with your boyfriend or girlfriend. You need to have boundaries, and you cannot allow people to keep crossing those boundaries. If you do it, I'm telling you, I am a witness to this, because I've had it done to me multiple times. If you allow people to keep crossing your boundaries, you will never have respect. People will think they can do whatever they want to do to you whenever they want to do it. People will make you feel bad about addressing them for breaking your boundaries, for overstepping your boundaries. They'll make you feel bad about it. And I'm not saying this as somebody who don't know. I know, I've been through it. People literally try to make you feel bad because you're saying, I don't like this. You shouldn't have done this. You did this. But they'll try to turn everything around on you to make you feel bad because you're addressing them. So set boundaries. Make your boundaries clear. When people start to cross those boundaries, when they don't respect your boundaries, then you know, okay, well, I'm going to have to deal with you on another level, or maybe not at all. Because I'm one of those people that I respect. I treat people the way I want to be treated. That means I give people love. I give people respect, support, everything. Everything that I can give, I'm giving. But those same people won't do the same for me, and I already know this. yet I still do it. And what always ends up happening is that I'm the one that ends up with my feelings hurt. I'm the one that ends up angry. I'm the one that ends up frustrated because of me not addressing situations or not allowing people to keep crossing those boundaries.
And I feel like one way to start is doing it by the people you're around the most. Because some of us, it may be family. Some of us weren't, like, may not have been raised with our family. Like, some people were in foster care. Some people were with other people that, you know. So whoever you're around the most, which a lot of us still would consider family, that's who you need to start with. Because I feel like when you don't start setting, and when you get older to understand what boundaries are, if you don't start setting them with them, you're going to let other people do it.
Right.
That's my opinion. Because you're not going to even, those are the people that are the closest to you. And a lot of times, those are the ones that
hurt you worse.
Hurt you worse. Because some people, exteriorly, they don't even know what boundaries are either. Some of them don't know what respect is. Some of them don't know what being saying I'm sorry, like stuff like that is. So you might see somebody that mess with your boundaries in the streets or at Walmart or somewhere, but it's because they don't even know what boundaries are either. So they doing stuff outside of your boundaries, and then, you know, sometimes we'll get mad and be like, man, I'm about to say so and so, I'm about to say this to this person or something like that. It's like,
So that's why it's important to always address situations with the people that are breaking those boundaries. Because if not, the next person that does it, it could be something small, but you're gonna blow up because you didn't address it before. And that's what I'm working on with myself, y'all. I really am, because I found myself lately becoming so angry with everything, like, because I'm just tired. Like, I've sat back and I've just looked at things. I'm like, dang, like, literally they have broken every boundary. Like, they have shown me no respect. They don't care anything about me. They've used me, they've abused me, like, and I'm just like, dang, what?
And you know what I just thought about too? Like, even as a parent, you can do it.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes, like, I'm gonna use like chores, for example. Like, you set chores into place, which is something that every household I think does. But if you don't set up boundaries with your kids, they'll surpass that. They won't do it, or they'll half do it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, even with your kids, you gotta set up boundaries and be like, hey, you know, you can't do that again. I know you skipped the night, but you can't do it again. You need to set an alarm. You need to do this and that, because then you're setting your child up for success. Yeah. And then if they keep doing it, then you can discipline them, which is still setting them up for success, because they got to know about boundaries. They got to know that, okay, I got to do this. If this is something this is my job, this is something my parents told me to do it. Then, you know, you helping them up. That's something that we do with our kids. Like, we're actually helping them with boundaries. So when they get older, you know,
boundaries, all of that is boundaries, responsibilities, all of that is included with that. When you set them up and you make sure that they do it, they know that you have to get this done, or there's going to be a consequence. And that's what we need to do in life, is set boundaries with people. Let people know there's consequences for you want to cross this boundary. Like, if you're not going to respect my boundaries, then there's going to be a consequence for that. You can't do them like you do your kids, but there are things that you can do to let them know that, hey, I want to be respected just the same way you want to be respected. Because that's all boundaries is about. It's about respecting one another. And sadly, people don't respect each other anymore. It's like so much disrespect. It's crazy and it's sad. If somebody doesn't agree with you, they would rather disrespect you than to just move on.
Yeah.
You know, so at some point we got to get better with that. We have to learn how to respect one another's boundaries. We have to learn how to set boundaries, and we have to let people know, like, hey, you might not have known this, but I don't like this, and I don't like for things to go like this. So I'm just letting you know that this is how I feel. You don't have to necessarily say this is my boundary, but you need to say, like, I don't like that. I don't like for this to happen like that. Like, this is what I have going on. This is the way I feel, and I'm asking for you to respect that. So
yeah, well, this video right here is a video that she been wanting to do for a while, and I just felt like tonight was a good night to do it. But every video we give y'all is a video that we've been through, and it touches us in some part of our life. But with this video, I feel like it's for you, and definitely share it, because you wouldn't imagine how many people don't have boundaries. You'll be surprised that when people start setting them up, how their life will change. So even if you feel like, okay, I got boundaries, share it with somebody, because I can almost promise you 99% that you know somebody that has zero boundaries, or if they trying to set them up, or they say they did, they're letting people go off run like the 100-yard dash pass. Yeah, it's like they don't. So even if this video is not for you, please share it, because like I feel like everybody needs to know that. Even show it to like kids, like.
Because I'm gonna say this, I don't ever want anybody, and that's one of the main reasons why we do these videos, because we don't want people to have to go through what we're going through. And if they have been through it, we want people to know, like, hey, you're not alone. Yeah. I don't want anybody to feel the hurt, the pain, the anger, the frustration, the whatever, like all the stuff that I felt from people crossing my boundaries and disrespect. I don't want anybody else to feel that. Not if I can help it. Because it's not a good feeling, and it puts you in a place to where you just want to remove yourself from everybody that you love and say, you know what, if you ain't in my house, I don't want anything to do with you. Yeah. And that's not a good thing. That's not a good place to be either, because you don't know how to stand up for yourself and put your boundaries in place. So I don't want anybody to feel the pain and hurt that I felt. Like even over the last couple of months, that hurt and pain that I feel, I don't want nobody else to feel that. So work on setting boundaries, and when we come back in the next video, we're gonna give y'all some examples. Like I said, I have a book. When I'm still in school, of course y'all know, but I have we actually have a boundaries book, so I'm going to share that with you guys, and just share some of those examples in there, and the boundaries in there that people that the book was talking about.
Alright guys, y'all, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and look, I'm going to do y'all a favor. I'm going to give y'all a couple seconds to go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Game on, but I'm going to give y'all a minute. But anyway, do that. Like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. My wife is about to start a counseling page. When we get the page and everything ready, I'm going to put that in the description so y'all can go over there and actually follow.
Not
because like
a counseling page, it's just my personal page.
But listen, y'all,
he's gonna have his personal page. Why he trying to tell my?
Yeah, I was about to tell y'all that.
I'm about to tell y'all that.
But listen, the biggest thing is gonna be for y'all ladies. A lot of y'all watch our videos. I'm thankful for that. But I really wish guys would start. If you know a guy that in the video, share it or tell them to go look at it. Because I'm gonna lie, a lot of guys don't wanna. We feel like we got everything together. We can't feel like we can't take advice from people and stuff like that, which is dead wrong. If you walk around here feeling like you can't listen to something, or you can't take advice, or you feel like, oh, man, something wrong with you. I'm gonna tell you,
you don't have to be soft to listen to advice. You don't have to be soft to sit down and watch something besides cars and women and all this other foolishness.
Yeah. So do that. Make sure y'all can just. If you know a guy, send him the video, and thank y'all so much.
He's gonna have his page in there as well.
I'm gonna start.
We're still gonna have this page, because we are going to continue to promote marriages and healthy relationships and everything on this page. But we have to do something that God is calling us to do. We have to move on that, and that's something that requires me to be doing something and him to be doing something. So that's what we're gonna do.
All right, y'all. See y'all on the next part of this video.
Part 2 coming up.
Be grateful, Lord, I thank you. Who has your back when things get tough? Who has your back when life gets rough? Knowing that God gave his son for us.